Your goal in English is not to sound British or American, and here's why that matters. In the 21st century, you're far more likely to use English with another English learner than with a native speaker. For example, a German speaking to a Chinese speaker or an Argentinian speaking to someone from Vietnam. It doesn't really matter where they're from. That's the reality of English today. Because decades ago, English teaching was done with a very different assumption that you, as a learner, would mainly speak English to native speakers, British, American, maybe Australian. But that's no longer the reality. That's no longer how English works. English is obviously an international language, which means that the real goal for most learners is what we call intelligibility, which means being understood clearly by as many people as possible. Your goal is not to sound British. Your goal is to be easy to understand. Now, let me be very clear. I'm not saying this has to be everyone's goal. If you want to sound British, American, Canadian, Australian, whatever, that's perfectly fine. And that's a great goal. But it needs to be a conscious choice, not something you feel you should do. So if you decide deliberately, this is the accent I want to speak, of course, you have my full support. What I'm really pointing out here is the reality English learners live in today and what that reality means for how we learn English and how we teach English.